Okay, so just a quick update about what I've been doing on Diablo 4. And in general, I haven't really been around. Uh, just working hard and also working hard on my characters while I was season 5. Um, so I started out season 5, Infernal Hordes at the Barb. It was great until I couldn't get past like tier 5 hordes, and I'm like, okay, this sucks. I'm gonna try the Lightning Spear Sorc, which is like the strongest build this season. Um, my Lightning Spear Sorc is can clear tier 7s. Um, I can clear tier 8, but it takes too long. It's not very efficient, so I just use 7s. Um, let's see what else. Um, my first oh, while I was still playing Barb, me and my friend pulled together a bunch of eggs and shards. He offered the stones. I got the eggs and shards, and we ran T-Duriel like 100 times. We got all the mythic uniques. Um, I had like 4 extra ones. I melted them down and made my this staff because it's the only mythic I can't drop on Barb. So I crafted the staff. But anyway, my first mythic I got this season was Andariel's Visage, which made me think I'm gonna play the Andariel's Rogue, right? Um, I will tell you it plays exactly like Multi-Shot from Diablo 3. I also bought the Sylvanas armor, which is very cool looking, but the smoke is way too much. I hope they tune down the smoke like next week, but besides that, it looks cool. The smoke is ridiculous. It can smoke a little, but like that's too much. Anyway, let's go over what you need for this build to work. Obviously, the item that is required for this build to work, Andariel's Visage. We're gonna go over how this works. We'll come back to this. Another recommendation: Tyrell's Might. Tyrell solves all your defensive problems. When you get this item, you're not immortal, but you can do like you go from dying to like little things in the world to basically being immortal to anything but like absolute end game with this on. Plus the mythic power is pretty good. It's just bonus damage. And ignore durability losses on here, so when you die you don't lose anything. Obviously, I'm a softcore player, can't say the same for hardcore. Fist of Fate. This is like almost required for this build. Mine is actually scuffed. I have to re-roll it. You want a like 120% lucky hit chance on this, meaning you have to hit, I think you have to masterwork and hit it twice, or get, well, you want to hit it 3 times would be perfect, but I hit it 0 times. But I did hit the random chance to apply random crowd control, which is the only reason I haven't re-rolled this yet. Just some insane pants that I found. You just want more lucky hit stuff. You want to get lucky hit stuff on everything you can because it synergizes super well with wearing Fist of Fate. Blade Shift is just whatever. I just have it on my bar, so it doesn't hurt to have it on the pants. Alright, just realized the boots is what I need to re-roll. I want to roll off the poison resistance because Andariel's gives 666 poison resistance. The boots are just whatever too. Just the first pair I find with movement speed dex. This bow is insane, I found, leveling up. The resource cost reduction stacked with my Ring of Starless Skies means I basically never spend energy to cast Barrage. And you want to get the chance for Barrage to cast twice. It took me all day to find this temper manual. I don't know what the deal is, but if you're struggling with it, I read somewhere that you should run like a T30 Nightmare Dungeon, and it should drop for some reason. For some reason, it drops from T30, and I don't know why. But yeah, this bow is crazy, and it hit the Barrage cast twice too. Really scuffed necklace. It's just the first one I found with lucky hit chance. That's a 925. You don't really want to. You don't really want most of the stats on here. You want like lucky hit cooldown reduction, but those are probably so expensive. Ring of Starless Skies. You don't need this. You can run like a resource aspect on your ring. This makes it, well, it's got lucky hit chance on it too, but this makes it so you never ever spend resource, basically. Even though it reduces it by half, energy cost 19, you basically regen that just by, like, hitting things. You regen, like, 10 per second, so... Another ring with lucky hit chance. The first one I found with lucky hit chance again. And, yeah, I gotta replace this too. So for the aspects, you want this, Creeping Death. Creeping Death synergizes with Andariel's. This one's vital to this build too. I looked all day for, Umberus? I think it's called Umberus. But basically when you crit, you gain Dark Shrouds. This makes it so your Dark Shroud never ever goes away. Because you're gonna... Barrage hits so many times and you're always critting. You'll never not have 5 Dark Shrouds. Even the lowest rolled 45% chance, you always have 5 up. I was running green gems, but I needed the red gems because it just kept dying. Here's what I was talking about, the Doombringer. I would recommend not playing with Doombringer. I played it just because it's more damage reduction and max life. The lucky hit did actually help, like, early game, because I was actually using the stab sometimes. So I'd sometimes get the lucky hit off this. I don't know, I think the lucky hit only applies on melees, so I don't think it works synergizes with this build anymore. But yeah, I'd replace this with something else. This dagger, the only reason I have this dagger is because, again, Barrage cast twice per roll on here. So, here's how the build works. This lucky hit is up to a 20% chance to trigger a poison over, but that's 20. What it's not saying is the 20% chance is off every single point of damage you ever do, which means you can get the proc that you can get this to proc on, like, anytime you look at something. This procs. So the more lucky hit you get, up to 203%, which I heard is, like, literally makes this trigger, like, it makes the chance to not trigger 0% if you get a 203% lucky hit. I'm not even there yet, which means this build can get even stronger. I'm at 140 plus 15 plus 15 because you get 15 from a yeah, I'll show you. So I'm at 170%, which means I need 30% more. Oh, I guess I'll go over this while I'm here. You get 1 point here and 1 point here because you have to get to the next node. This is just basically to have it on your bar. You don't really ever use it. I suppose you could, but you're always spamming Barrage. Barrage is your main ability here in this build, but you still only want 1 point in it because the helmet is actually what does all the damage, not the ability. Obviously improved Barrage makes things vulnerable. Advanced Barrage, you're never gonna get, like, you're never gonna get the 4 times bounces. Everything's dead in like 2. So Advanced Barrage is not that good. I picked Sturdy close damage reduction, so if they do get close to me, they don't break my barriers often. I had extra points, I put it into dash. You don't want to put them here. There's a guide online, I suggest you go off the guide. I changed it to match my playstyle because the online guide had you using a bunch of traps and stuff. I don't like the traps, so I just switched it to dash. Agile, let's talk about this. I read this earlier too. Whereas most dodge chance you get in the game is additive, this is actually multiplicative 12%. So, even though it says increase dodge chance by 12% for 3 seconds, it's closer to like 30%. Because it multiplies into how much dodge you already have. You want Agile, it's insane. Exploit, obviously you just do more damage than Healthy, which is like anything between above 80% and lower than 35%, you just extra damage. Malice is insane. Vuln damage in this build is like everything's vulnerable all the time. Dark Shard, you want 5 of 5 points in here. It may not seem like it because you never actually, well, I press it still because it's habit, but you never actually have to press this because of your aspect that gives them to you for free. But you need to have it on your bar to get the aspect to work, and you want the synergies of it. This is 10% crit all the time, and this is movement speed. Movement speed and a self-protect, like, you may just get hit and not even lose one, so this is just on your bar so that you get the full damage reduction from it. You come down here at 1 point in poison imbuement. The only reason you're using poison imbuement is, again, as your poison damage goes off, it just triggers the helmet more and more, so it's weird that this build, like, use poison imbuement, but this poison damage doesn't do, like, it does 0 DPS. This dot is just to trigger the helmet even more. You want this because this actually increases the helmet's damage. This works with Andariel's Visage. This works with Andariel's Visage. Poison enemies take 15, or deal 15% less. That works with it. And this is the main one you want. Alchemical Advantage. Yeah, you get 15% lucky hit, which you want. It's the main thing in this build. Frigid Finesse. I moved some points to this one because there's currently like a bug or something right now where if anything's slowed, immobilized, anything, any crowd control, it counts as chilled. So this works with synergizes with all that stuff. I mean, even if they fix this, it's like the times you're gonna have stuff that's like chilled is probably like a lot, actually. So even if they fix where everything counts as chilled, it's still gonna be good. Your ultimate you want is Shadow Clone. It's insane. You press it every time it's up, and then you just get double damage because the clone just casts Barrage as many times as you do. And it's your source of unstoppable. And because you're picking preparation, every 75% energy you spend, it's like always up. Shadow Clone is awesome, and it seems to be already anytime you really need it. I use it when I run into like elites. You pop it right before the boss. Very good ultimate. Okay. When I was leveling up, I took points out of other places, but I don't need. I got so much lucky hit now. This is just free energy regen. I was having problems living, so I took a point out of here because this was in the guide. It had 2 here and 2 here. I needed less energy and more survivability, so I put more points into Second Wind for bigger barrier. The guide had it looking like this, but I want more barrier and less energy because my energy's full all the time. Another one that's not Alchemist's Fortune is required for this. Another 15% lucky hit. Free. Here's a personal choice. Aftermath. I mean, there's an ultimate on my bar. This is healing. It's a lot of energy and it's a lot of healing. It's like having a shout on Barb all the time. You just heal for 1% of your health every second. And the key passive you want is Close Quarters. I thought, like, I tried Victimize. It was okay. Attack speed's way better. And you can get the bonus all the time. So, Close Quarters Combat's what you pick. Now, I think I went through everything. I recorded a showcase actually before this, so I'm gonna edit it the other way around, but basically you like stutter step and cast barrage as many times as you can. And this thing is dumb. This lucky hit is, it triggers off everything. Like, people have done testing, it even triggers off of itself. So, this is crazy. Yeah, this head is... I have a feeling this is gonna get nerfed. But yeah, that's that. Paragon is... I followed the Maxroll guide again. If you go to Maxroll and link, I'll show you what I changed. That kept going for all these little resistance nodes. I don't need any more resistance, so I didn't do that. So I moved my points. I actually wanted to get the exploit glyph, so I moved a ton of points cut off here. So I don't exploit and more vuln damage. The only other real difference from the Maxroll guide is I did not come down here and get Eldritch Bounty. They also had you come in this way and getting this. Again, I'm half Tyrell's Might. Well, why would this help me? I don't know. I tried to look up why this would help me, but I already have max resist, like 85%, so yeah, I didn't go that way. I just went this way and put points in potion healing. But I'll post the Maxroll guide below, and you can look at what they did. They had all the points going into like trap synergy. I didn't want to play traps, so I just moved stuff around myself. But again, use their guide; it's probably way better. But yeah, I just wanted to show you the things I've changed in that tree. All right, peace. I'm just testing to see if this works or not. Look at the effects, bro. I don't do the events anymore. I don't have to.